Hey there, Sandy from sandybowie.com. Now, this week, what I wanted to talk about was why your mindset work requires a lot more than 30 minutes per day. Like, it isn't something that you just do for 30 minutes every morning and then it's done, which is what a lot of people out there are actually teaching. And something that, because of that being taught, something that I've tried myself. But yesterday I figured out something like really interesting around mindset, and it's something like mindset is something that I've been thinking about for a long time, trying to get to the bottom of, well, what is a mindset practice? What do I focus on? Like, what order should I do it in? And yesterday I had this really massive breakthrough around mindset, and as far as I'm concerned, the amount of mindset work that you do in any given day is literally whatever it takes to meet your goals. And that's it, period, end of. And up until now, I've only been putting a sort of half-arsed amount really of effort into the mindset work that I was doing. I didn't know that until then. It's only when you put more effort into it you suddenly realise what less effort is. And that was why I was only getting like a bit of the results and not all of the results that I was looking for. Like, to get all of the results, I really needed to go all in. I needed to make my mindset work a priority. It's got to be something that I don't just do in the morning, but the whole of the day. It isn't just let's do some mindset work, get me in the right mood, set me up for the rest of the day. That isn't what mindset work is for me at all. So, how did I learn this? How did I have this breakthrough? Well, just yesterday, really. It is a bit random, actually, and you might think it's got nothing to do with mindset, but it's got everything to do with mindset at exactly the same time. So let me tell you about what happened. Last week, I decided that I was going to go all in on a diet plan. So I want to lose some of the fat that I've been sort of silently accumulating, if you like, from eating loads of chocolate biscuits and things that, are quite high in calories. As we all do, we just take so much in, and then the pounds start piling on, don't they? Now, this new diet plan, I don't want it to be some sort of stupid plan where I live on virtually nothing, and people are losing £10 a week and all sorts of things on this. I'm not interested in those sorts of plans. What I'm talking about is starting something where I really learn about fat loss for my body, and I have a sustainable plan that's going to change my eating habits. So it's not a quick fix. That's not what I'm looking for here. Right, so what I did, I went and got some information, right? And I went onto this website and I calculated my total daily energy expenditure, my needs for my weight, my size, my age, and the amount of like physical activity I was doing, like whether it's a sit down job, all those sorts of things. And then from there, so it gives you your sort of total daily expenditure needs, if you like, for your body. And then from there, I calculated the reduction in calories that I would need to make for maximum fat loss. And again, we're talking about sustainable. We're not talking about losing, muscle loss or anything like that. I'm looking for maximum fat loss. And I also calculated my daily macros, again, for maximum fat loss. Now, this isn't something that I've ever done before, so the whole of the last week actually has been a huge learning curve around this particular thing for me. So, armed with my new notebook, big A4 notebook, I started writing down every single thing that I put in my mouth during the day, including how many grams of it was fat. So for every piece of food, how many grams is fat, how many grams is a carbohydrate, and also protein. And I wrote down, I have a column for my calories, so the number of calories, and then I have a column for fat, carbs, protein, and then one at the end for fibre, because my digestion is also really important to me. And I know that you need a certain amount of grams of fibre for your body to do the things that it needs to do, right? So what I learned in just 1 week actually is just like nothing short of amazing. The lack of information, or the ignorance is a better word. I didn't realise I was so ignorant about it. So I learned about, how much fat is in my foods. I learned that I was eating way too many carbohydrates. I didn't realise how many carbohydrates were in some of the food that I was eating, and that I wasn't having enough protein in my diet either. So I learned like some pretty big things there. So in monitoring like the food choices, literally hour by hour, I started to make some different choices throughout the day, right? So because I think it was the very first day actually, my fat content had reached the maximum amount of grams that I'm allowed, which was crazy. I didn't realise I was doing that. So I had to make a different choice for supper. It had to be something that didn't have fat in it, because I'd already eaten all of that for the day. Like on another day, I didn't eat enough. I hadn't eaten enough protein, so then I started having tuna for lunch, which is something that I haven't done in probably years actually. I haven't done it for ages. So I started making different choices because I was now armed with information that I didn't have before. Were they always great choices? No, sometimes I still made some poor food choices, if you like. They weren't the best. I don't like to put foods into sort of poor and healthy and things like that, but they weren't the best. And yesterday I did have a little bit of a chocolate binge, and I had to go on a 2-hour hike later on in the afternoon to work that off. So I probably won't be doing that again. Or realistically, I will be doing that again, but I'll accept the consequences of that. So what on earth has all this got to do with mindset work? Yes, I heard you asking that very thing. Well, first of all, I got some really good results from just that 1 week of tracking, just that first, and it is only the first week. So I lost around £5 in body weight from standing on the scales, and I know that some of that will be water weight, because when you go on a diet straight away and you restrict your calories, water leave your body. It's just a scientific fact. But I'm absolutely certain that some of it is fat loss as well. I reckon about £4 of what I lost is the sort of normal water weight that comes off, and then already £1 of fat loss. I'm absolutely certain of that. Now, I've never ever tracked my calories before. It's not something that I've done. I've tried some faddy diets and things like that, but to be honest, I can't stick to those sorts of things either because they're too faddy for me. So I've never tracked my calories, let alone my macros, and I learned a lot of really fascinating things from doing that. It's also sparked my interest in learning more about macros and fat loss, and implementing a fitness routine to complement the work that I'm doing. So my aim at the ripe old age of 48 is to have a flat stomach this year. It may not happen this year, it may do, but I'm well on my way, because I've started to make that happen. So I had this really amazing thought yesterday, and I thought, right, what would happen if I put the same amount of effort into tracking my mental energy as I had my physical energy just in that last week? And as soon as I had that thought, I thought, that's the answer. I've just been playing at this mindset stuff. I tap on my energy points if I'm feeling down, or I work on my blocks just when I feel like it. But I don't track my mindset. I don't track my moods or my energy at any point during the day. So, like I started doing with my food, so therefore I'm not making the readjustments as necessary. It's like, oh my God, a big light went off. Bingo, I know that's where I've been going wrong. So today, I'm designing and implementing a new system for tracking my mental energy during the day, similar to what I've been doing with my calories and my macros. Because when I'm armed with the information, then I can use, like, I've already got the tools to realign or readjust my energy, but I've never tracked it before. So I wasn't able to just step in and take the action that I needed to because I was just going through the motions. Like, you get that, don't you? I thought, how could I have missed this? This is so big. How could I have missed this? The idea that I just needed to do some mindset work in the morning and that was me, I was good to go, is utterly laughable to me now. So, what would happen if today I didn't just go through the motions like every other day, reacting to everything around me? What if today I regularly checked in with how I was feeling and did the actual work to get me back into peak performance right there and then, before the damage was done, before the day was wasted? I could actually win at this mindset game if I started tracking at it. Just like I'm already winning with having the body that I want. Like, and I can start making those changes today because you don't need to have some hugely scientific process to track stuff. I literally have a pen and a piece of paper. And I know there's some sophisticated apps out there that you can use that track all of these things. But actually, I really want to use a notebook and a pen and a piece of paper. It's part of the process for me. So I can start making those changes today. And I know that the results can come really quickly because they come really quickly when you start tracking and making changes to your diet. It's scientific. So what about you? Is it time for you to go all in your mindset? Have you been playing at it instead of going all in like I have on my diet? And not just see it as a little tick box exercise, something that you need to do every day. Because quite frankly, I cannot wait to see the results that I get from even my first week of tracking my mindset and my mental energy, the same as I've been doing with my physical. I can't wait to see the results. And I can't wait to hear about yours either. So comment in the comment box below and let me know how you're getting on with this too. I can't wait to hear from you. Bye bye for now.